Hi guys, Shay from NotSoCliShea here with a hair tutorial for the first time. I've gotten a few questions of how I curl my hair the way I do, and so I thought that maybe I'd do a tutorial. Unfortunately, my memory card got full and it cut the video off, and I found another memory card and then that one got full and it cut it off, and then a third one got full. So I'm probably gonna have to do this video again, and it produced kind of like a not great product because I was, taking out memory cards and running to the garage where I store my memory cards. So I'm going to put this together and see how it looks, and I'll probably be doing another one in the future that's a little more better put together, I guess. But I wanted to start by saying the things I do beforehand, which I didn't mention in the video, was I wash my hair, like normal, get out of the shower. I use Moroccan oil. I use 1 to 2 squirts of Moroccan oil. I would say 1 squirt is fine for most hair, 2 if you have a little bit thicker or longer hair. So I usually do maybe like 1.5. And then I use this matrix product called Vavoom. I put like a dime size amount in my hands, and it expands, and I run it through my hair, and specifically on my root, because I have somewhat limp hair and I like to have a little bit of a volumizing product, and I have found that works really well. I tried Aquage before and I wasn't a big fan. It left my hair just not feeling right. So not that it doesn't work, because I know my friend Danica uses it and she likes it. So I do both of those. I put both those in my hair, blow dry my hair as normal. I don't round brush or do anything fancy. I just basically dry it just to dry it. I dry most of it upside down so that, between that and the volumizing product, it should give me a little bit of volume. So then that's when I start curling. I usually don't straighten before I curl. And yeah, that's my oh yeah, don't mind my gangster Minnie Mouse sweatshirt. It's Friday night, and this is how I'm spending my Friday night. So that being said, I think that covers everything, and enjoy this little video I put together for you. Okay. Okay, so I start with my hair down, and I roughly break it into 2 parts, and I clip one side up, just with a basic whatever you have, just to keep that hair out of your way. And the curling iron that I use, it's just a basic Conair, let's see, model CD82W, and I looked it up, and it is 1 1/4 inches. You could just get it, I think I got it at Target for somewhere between $20 and $30. I always have it to the highest setting, 25, and I push this turbo button. I don't know if you can see it. I'm assuming that makes it a little bit hotter. I don't know, but that's always been my thing. If you have, I'm sure most girls are like that. If you have a curling iron, a straightener, you always put it to the highest setting because you'll think it'll work better and faster. So I get started on the first half, and I take about, I would say 1 to 1.5 inch sections. Maybe I'll make this one a little bit smaller. And if you've never used a curling iron before, it can be a little bit tricky, especially because you're doing it in the mirror, and so everything's kind of backwards. But I always curl away from my face. That way you don't have anything like coming towards your face and closing it off in the end. So let's get started with the first piece. I clamp usually somewhere around halfway, start twisting, and it's you just kind of have to learn to play with it. I don't know, you have to use the clamp and slide it down to the end, hold it for 8 to 10 seconds, and let it go. And you can see we got one little curl going there. I prefer a looser, fuller curl. That's why I use this bigger barrel, and also why I don't hold it very long, and why I don't use hairspray in the beginning. I know a lot of people do that. They'll put some hairspray in and let it sit. And that way the curl is a little bit kind of like crunchy and stiffer, and that's not really my thing. So this is the way I do it. Originally when I first started curling my hair, I curled it with a straightener, which I know is really popular, and I'm pretty sure that's how most people my age do it. I don't know. And so it took some practice to get to learn how to do it with a curling iron. And I know a lot of my friends, they still are like, nope, there's no way that I could use a curling iron. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. I know I always do. So where was I going with this? I'm just trying not to say So anyway, just cruise along, like I said, taking little roughly 1-inch sections, and it's not an exact science. No one is going to pick apart your head and, you know, see if every piece is the same size. I don't know. So you just work your way around the head, holding it, like I said, 8 to 10 seconds for a soft, loose curl. And if you try to curl your hair with a curling iron and it doesn't look good the first time or the second time or the third time, honestly I say just keep trying, because it takes some time to get to learn the rhythm of getting, I don't know, of kind of like sliding and using the clamp. And I know that what are they, the like clampless wands are really in right now. And see, I don't think I have the coordination to do that, so, you know, I guess everyone's got their own thing. And if it looks like I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking past the camera into the mirror, if you couldn't guess that. So I just keep going. So see how the curls are looser? And okay, so once I finish, I usually put a little bit of hairspray, just enough to keep it. I bought this hairspray, it was like $2 or $3. It's just Suave from Target or Walmart or somewhere. And I just do a light mist, and I kind of like scrunch it just a little, just to hold the curl. And then I do the other side. If you're watching this, I'm sure you've seen that viral video of that girl using that clampless curling iron and burning a big chunk of her own hair off. And now, literally every time I curl my hair, I imagine that happening and I freak myself out. But luckily I'm not an idiot. Now that I'm saying that, I'm like, watch, my hair's gonna burn off. But I knew when I was watching it, and she was like, hold it there for at least 20 seconds, or whatever she said. I'm like, oh god, this is not gonna end well. Funny thing is, when I was on cheer, we used to all get ready at someone's house every week before each game. And one week, we were getting ready, and this one girl, I don't really know what she did. I feel like she had curled her hair or something, and was like, oh, I don't want it curled. And so she wet it and dried it, but didn't dry it enough, and then went to straighten it, and literally a giant chunk of her hair fell out. Like it was just like that video. It fell out like on the straightener, and she started crying, and one of the other girls was like, oh, it's okay, we'll just wash your hair and we'll scrunch it. And it was supposedly totally okay. I don't know if I would have been okay with that. But turns out, guess what that girl does for a living now? She does hair. The one who burned her hair and it fell out, not the one that was like, oh, okay, we'll scrunch it. No, the other girl, the one who burned her own hair off, does hair. And obviously, the way the world works, I'm Facebook friends with her, and every time I see her post about her job, I just think about that time when she burned her own hair off. I'm like, well, none of your clients know this little bit of information, but I sure do. So I'm sure you can tell that I am not very consistent with the size of the hair that I grab. Sometimes it's a little bigger, sometimes it's a little smaller, but you'll see in the end the way my hair ends up falling. It's more of just a loose wave. It's not curls, it's not ringlets, it's just a soft wave. So you don't have to be a stickler for size. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I have found that this technique of splitting it into two pieces and just working your way from the back forward has been the easiest for me. I know some people do it where they put it like half up and work bottom to top, and that's just, it's a little bit harder for me. So this has become my technique.
So that was the video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my blog, NotSoCliShea.blogspot.com, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.